Good blessed Saturday, May the 11th, 2024, the time being at 12:11 p.m. in the afternoon. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like anything that I say or do or produce. That's your prerogative. You have many amendments to the United States Constitution to do as you please, as long as you do it in a peaceful manner. One of them is the First Amendment to the United States Constitution. It gives you a right to freedom of press, freedom to speak, freedom to associate, freedom to protest, freedom to gather. In some cases, you can't associate or gather if you are on parole or probation or some type of felon. But the reason why I'm showing this here now, these is my security cameras. I never show the fifth one that's on top of the roof unless I really have to use it. But anyway, what I want to show y'all is something. On May the 1st, 2024, at about 9:30 p.m., on this corner here where you following the arrow is Vine Street here. That runs east and west. This will be going west, following the camera. And this other street here is Wall Housing. Wall Housing runs north this way, south this way. On May the 1st, about 9:30 or a little sooner, give or take, it was multiple individuals out here fighting. The police was called multiple times by multiple people. One parent I seen out was trying to stop the fight. It's kind of hard to try to stop it when you got multiple individuals fighting. But then after a while, you can see everybody start running from this way on Wall Housing, running south, and maybe one or two ran through here because somebody started shooting at least about 7 times. They had to be behind the house where it was blocking. But the city should have cameras, or the housing authority should have cameras. But anyway, I upload a video on that same date. And you see, it was on May the 1st. And I titled it, Multiple Teens Fighting in Charleston, Missouri, and shots was fired. You look it up. Over 500 people done watched it. But I'm saying this for a reason, is because that's the police came. Now, I give it to them. They came in a timely manner. About 2 or 3 police cars was out here on Wall Housing on the other side of the stop sign. And the very next day, 2 veteran police officers during the daytime, they came. The sergeant, been on the force about 30-something years, and another officer, been on a force for about 30-something years. Percy Owens, the sergeant, he's black, and Wes McDermott, he's white. Both of them have 60 years put together on the force. They came out the next day looking for shells. I don't give no credit to Robert Hearns, even though he the chief. I don't give him no credit for him, because before this here apartment became back renting to residents, it was a police substation. And I criticized the fact there wasn't no police in it. And I had been down here, you know, over 18 years then. It's been 28 years now. But eventually, they gave it back to the housing authority, the city that is. They took up the sign saying sub police station. And when the news people came for another shooting, when they had a shootout in this same area, Some was over here and some was on the other side of my bushes. And the people were shooting over here, shooting at the people on the other side of my bushes. I didn't have my cameras then. My house got shot at least about 5 times because they were shooting at these people over here. And the news people came to talk to me, and I told them about the substation not being manned. And Robert Hearns told him that they don't have the finance to keep this here up. We know that's a lie. And then he said when it was up, it didn't deter crime. How many people gonna have a shootout right here and the police is in this police station? If you don't believe me, I got the YouTube where the news people, Channel 12, interviewed me in my yard. I knew they wasn't gonna put everything up, so I had one of my daughters video the whole thing. But my point is, now if we had shooting right here, and they put in the newspaper about a wallet being stolen in the police news reports, then they should have this here. Police came that night. Police came the next day. I'm finna show you what the news people said, and I'm going to give you about 40-something seconds of the fight out here. And when you see them running, that's when the shooting had started. But I'm going to give you about 40-something seconds on that fight on the 1st of May 2024. But if you want to see the whole thing, you look up my YouTube video and look up May the 1st, 2024. Teens fighting in Charleston, Missouri, shots fired. But I'm going to show you that video, and then I'm going to show you the newspaper, what the newspaper's saying. And see, why Paul Page, he didn't put this in the newspaper because, see, not Paul Page, but Robert Hearns, the chief of police here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, is because Paul Page had just retired April the 30th, 2024. He didn't want to make Paul Page look bad, but right down the street here, the Charleston, Missouri, Missouri State Highway Patrol arrested a guy down here by the name of Brian Campbell out of the apartment down here. I think it's 714 Vine Street, where he been living in there for a while. He been shooting at people, black and white, in this area. And at the same time, they came to arrest him for killing his own brother. Then they arrested the female that lived in there. And these ain't the only people that had murders and things like that. It's many others that Paul Page allowed to stay in here. He won't get no security. Robert Hearns said he don't have the finance, but he have finance to buy himself another Tahoe of 2023 when wasn't nothing wrong with the one he had at first. But I want y'all to pay close attention. No security from the housing authority and the police. They do their job. You got most of them, they do their job. But they can't be everywhere. And I got to give it to the police because they try to even talk to some of the parents. But when you got parents, children's out here telling elder people that they'll smack the S out of them and calling elder people B's because the elder people stopping them from bullying these other kids that's afraid of them over here, then you know it's something wrong with the parent, ain't it? Because how many children's gonna do that? But let me let y'all see this here. Let you see the newspaper and let you see the video. This is sad, y'all. We know Lester Gillespie, Rodney Jones, and all these so-called preachers as leaders. They say they come out when stuff like this here happen. Look at the guy there to the left. He drunk from fighting. You see what I'm saying? It's sad. Now, you're going to see them running in a minute, and you see the direction that they running. That means the shooting is coming from down from Warhouse. You see this?
Did you get everything you need, sir?
Yeah, anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until we go leave together.
Is there anything else?
I don't even trust her with you.
Is there anything else that you...
Okay, why don't you trust her with me? First of all,
Hold on, wait, stop.
you did. This is my house,
You own the house that you rented, sir.
Stop it.
Listen to me, man. Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, do what you're gonna
I'm
do.
going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call fire. I can call Brent.
Don't do that to him, because he ain't even done nothing.
No,
This is what you're doing. You getting
I
on
opened
to
that door 'cause
everybody.
he was in the way.
But you getting
She
on
was
to
standing behind us,
everybody.
so you committed an assault.
You getting on to
And a
everybody.
burglary because you can't go into your house if you've rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
The door
closed.
was open, but she was
And
standing
she was
behind it,
standing right there. And I asked her, we coming in.
Pushed it
You
open.
said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.
I want y'all to take a look at this newspaper. There's a couple of things I'm going to show y'all in here. This is the Enterprise Carrier for Tuesday, May the 7th, 2024, Charleston, Missouri. What you're seeing now right here, this is Paul Page, 32 years as the executive director for the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center, Lester Gillespie, CEO, a felon, voter fraud. Another individual that abused a woman on December the 22nd, December the 7th, 2022 at 603 Vine Street. And I got the tape when he trying to burst his way in, and the sheriff deputy told him, you can't do that. Even though this is your property, you can't do that. And Lester told him, this is my property. And he said, you committing a assault and a burglary. And he arrested Lester, but Lester Gillespie told him he gonna call Brenton Farrow, the sheriff of Mississippi County, Missouri, who made the sheriff deputy Nicholas Pratt let Lester go. No report made. This who's celebrating this for Paul Page. But anyway, he said, I'm gonna read the thing. This here don't have nothing to do with it over here. But these three here, these is the people that celebrating. Some of them probably don't even want to be there. Only reading they there because they work there. They probably glad he gone. But let's see what this here say. Retirement. Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center. Y'all know that's Lester Gillespie, the CEO, the criminal. Charleston Housing Authority held a retirement lunch for Paul Page, who retired on April the 30th. Paul has been executive director of the Charleston Housing Authority for more than 32 years and ain't did a doggone thing for security or nothing else. Co-workers and friends attended. Co-workers and friends. We know he may have co-workers there, and he ain't have many friends, did he? But co-workers and friends attended. Everyone wished him well in his retirement years. He was given a plaque, served a great meal, and finished with a celebratory cake. Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center would like to say, congratulations, Paul, on your retirement. It was well deserved. Now, that's what Lester Gillespie telling him. But he didn't tell that young mother with two young children, minor children, 10 or less, when he was trying to kick in that door. I'm going to play that video too. He didn't tell them that. He didn't tell all the other people that he done misused, abused in the black community. He didn't tell them that. He didn't tell them that back in the 90s when he was doing the voter fraud thing, paying, misusing alcoholics and drug addicts. He didn't tell them that. But let's go and see why the police department didn't report these shootings, y'all. Now, let's see where it's at. Let me find it. Let me go. There we go. Y'all see what it says? Charleston Police Summary. And it's from April the 28th, 2024 to May the 4th, 2024. Now, we know what happened on May the 1st, right? So they got plenty of time to put it in there. If he have stuff for May the 28th, April the 28th, April the 29th, April the 30th, and now April the 30th, look what happened on April the 30th. A wallet was reported stolen. Now, if they put a wallet reported stolen on April the 30th, but here it is on May the 1st, 2024, an officer recovered a spent shell casing on South Main Street. A truck was dispatched to a structure fire at 215 Cleveland Street. That's the end of the first, y'all. Then it go to the second. Where is on May the 1st at 9:30 p.m. in Charleston, Missouri, when police was dispatched to Vine Street and Warhousing in Charleston, Missouri, for multiple people fighting and shots fired. You know why it ain't in there? He didn't forget it. He don't want the people to see that it's still violence in the projects. It's not enough police. The police try, the few that's out here, they try. But Robert Hearns, he don't care, and Paul Page don't care. People have been ODing in these projects. People have been living in these projects, just like the female at 714 Vine Street. If I got the wrong address and it's y'all's, count it to my, don't count it as, to my heart, count it to my head. Not a headshot, though. But I'm almost sure it's 714 Vine Street in the project where a female, Ashley, she got arrested the next day after she had Brian Campbell living in there who killed his own brother. But he's a felon, and how is he living in there in the first place? But let me just say this here. Here it is. Not just Brian, but other people. You got people that's committing all type of crimes and run right to the projects. If the shoe fit, wear it. If it ain't you, don't let it bother you. But it's some dangerous people living there. But I'm barred. But back to the message at hand. May the 1st, y'all see it. You notice it's a lot of things that happen that Robert Hearns won't put in there. But he see a doggone stolen wallet being more important than the people that's living in the projects. 99% of the people in the projects over here is black. Now, there's some white people living here too, and I look up for their safety too. But why ain't it in this news article? Why ain't it in KFVS 12? Why didn't they bring it on the news? You know why? Because they don't want y'all, they want y'all to think everything is all right. Everything ain't all right. That corner, Gillespie was on that corner, starting mess. Nigel Easton, a federal agent now, was on that corner starting mess. Barry Boyce in federal custody now, starting that mess. Was on a RICO case, but they said he getting out in 6 years. I ain't never seen nobody get out on no RICO case in 6 years, to each his own, no. But I just want to show y'all the rest of this here and let y'all see. Paul Page, 32 years. Lester celebrating them, y'all. And y'all study sending y'all kids over there, helping him rape the community. Helping them rape the community. Have you seen what he doing for this community? The only thing is growing is him, his wife, his daughter, and his hierarchy. Some of the other people that work for him, they still living in the projects, driving these vehicles with no license, ain't going to the health department to see if they got tuberculosis and all that stuff. But to each his own. I never let my kids go there. Peace be still.